Okay, so we got something new today. I haven't been able to review one of these in a long time, or at least it's felt like a long time. But when you're sitting at home, doorbell rings, and package is delivered. What is it? Well, it's this. Hold on, I'm just going to go grab it. 1 second. This is it. It's the AKASO, I don't even know, V50 PRO action camera. Native 4K. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna crack this open, take a look at it, see what's in the box, and then take it out and see how it does right after this. Okay, so I gotta make sure I have my trusty knife. It actually comes in a really nice box. It's one of the things that I like all cameras get compared to GoPros. When this came in this box, I was like, well, that's nice, that's a nice box. And on the box you'll see AKASO Action Camera V50 Pro Ultra HD Native 4K Edition. Now this was important because I've had some 4K cameras previously that you realize that they are just up-resed in camera, so they're not actually giving you true 4K because their sensor isn't 4K. This is a 20 megapixel camera. We'll go through some of the specs possibly in a minute, but it comes with integrated wireless network, waterproof case, mini USB connections, adjustable view angles. It uses micro SD HC cards, waterproof up to 98 feet it says. What do we have here? It comes with a remote, which is also excellent. And on the back, what do we have? Let's see. 2-inch touchscreen, video 4K 30, 2.7 30, 1080p 60, which is also really good. Photos 20 meg, 16 meg, 14, and all the way down. It comes with 2 batteries, which is fantastic. And it says multi-language support, so that's awesome. Now, one of the things that was on the site that I noticed it didn't say in the box, but I'm hoping is true, is that on the site that I bought this from, which, well, I bought it from Amazon, but from the seller that I bought it from, it says external mic compatible. So that I'm going to test in a day or two, but it's all going to be all one video for you because I just ordered a USB to microphone plug adapter so that I can see if it actually works. Let's hope, fingers crossed, because if it does, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna crack this open and we'll see what's in the box real quick. Again, hope you guys can see that. It's a really nice box that you get. I really like this box. Shows that they put a little bit of, for me, a bit of pride in their product, which is good. It's a nice display. Let's see how we open this. It's got a bunch of little stickies on it. Okay, it is definitely the box that does not want to come off. Let's try it from the bottom, shall we? Okay, there we go. First thing to be aware of, don't even worry about taking it up from the top. You can take all these things off and nothing happened. Nothing. Come through the bottom. Works better. There we go. You can keep that as a display case, I guess. I'm gonna put this right here for you guys. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it like that for you guys, top down. So you can kind of see here, here's the camera, which is lovely, right? And that's gonna slide off the top there. I am having all kinds of luck with this box. Anyway, I finally got the camera out, so there it is. So camera, all right. We're gonna put the camera right there. So there we go, we got the camera. What else is in this box? Well, nice and simple, a bunch of stuff. Because you get 2 backings, okay? You get one backing that's solid, and you get another backing that will have like an air vent in it, so that, well, usually that's what it is, I believe, so that it can breathe a little better. You get an actual charger for your battery. You get, there's the remote control. You get an external housing for the days that you want to hook it into a GoPro, and a whack ton of GoPro accessories. 2 batteries, handlebars. I'm just gonna pour it all out. There you go. Box is empty. I don't want this to take all day. You get more accessories in here than you probably know what to do with. Which is actually cool. There's one that's cool that I don't usually get in these things, but I'm actually, well, that's kind of cool, is this. You don't usually see these too often, at least I haven't in mine. And this is really cool because these are used to, hopefully you guys can see that, tighten and or loosen These, so you just get it on there and it's like a little, you get it on there and it's a wrench for tightening and loosening these, because I don't know how many times I've spent with them trying to loosen them in my teeth. That's handy. I like that it came with that. That's nice. If you look down here, this is all the stuff you get. You just, it's enormous, the amount of stuff. You know, if you were to buy all this stuff from GoPro, I don't even know how much that would cost. Here's the camera. It comes on its little mount, which is excellent. Case looks good. I'm not necessarily going to submerge it in water now to test it. It's kind of cool because it's like a, I want to say like a fogged color case, which is a little different. I don't know if you can see that. It kind of has a fog, not quite see-through like all the other ones are. There it is, clear. Still has that little bit of fogging on it. Hopefully you can see that. There it is. And then here's the camera. So it's also different because it's a nice little gray. So I like that. I like the gray. And it actually feels a little smaller than some of the other action cams that I have. And I wish I had one here. Whole bunch of little stickers on there we're going to take off. So it says getting started. Peel off the film. Make sure battery is fully charged. And format your SD card. And let's go. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go through some of the settings that are on here after we charge the batteries. That's coming up. Stay tuned. Okay, so I just want to show you a couple things on this camera. First off, what the camera actually looks like. Here it is. Nice simple design. Top we have the microphone, and I'm not sure what this other sensor is. Could be the speaker, but we do have another speaker over here for sure. We also have on the top, this is the power on / mode button, and this is your shutter button for starting and stopping or taking pictures. On this side we have the micro SD card slot, as well as we have the USB and mini HDMI port. On the bottom we have the battery tray, so it's nice. You just kind of pop this way. It's nice and solid. And we have a 1/4 inch thread, which is great because this way you can put it into a standard tripod or mount it into a GoPro mount if you so have one of those adapters, which in this kit you get plenty of them. Now the other thing is, real quick, is some of the settings in here. So we're just gonna power it on. So I hit the red one here. There it comes. And when this loads, first thing is that, like I said, if you tap this now, you're gonna kind of go through the camera functions. Video, photo, playback, and settings. Also, when you're on any of these, you'll see little arrows on the side because this is a touch screen. So this one will bring up the modes as well as setup. That's your back button. This one here will turn on and off features. So if they are black, they are currently on. If they're white, they're off. So my RF and Wi-Fi are off right now. Push that down to go away. We'll go real quick into the settings. I don't want to spend too much time in here. The settings in here are nice and simple. So again, we're going to tap this a couple times just to get to that settings. Right there. Tap. So in your video settings, you'll have things like your video resolution, your codec, your image stabilizer. Now, to go through these, you are again going to hit that mode button, and you'll see it go down through the list. Your codec, image stabilizer, video file length, time lapse, fast motion movie, wind noise reduction, scene mode, date, and back to the top. You can kind of choose these. If you wanted to save video resolution, just kind of tap on it, and you go in, again, set it up, and back yourself out. Inside here you also have photo, so again resolution up to 20 megapixels, time lapse, photo burst, delay, timestamp, again scene mode, which manual, outdoor, indoor. So this is probably going to set up some of your white balance stuff, picture quality, fine, long exposure, etc., etc. Last but not least, we'll have our general, and you'll have your control, which will be so settings like microphone, speaker, brightness of your screen, sounds, same thing, distortion calibration. So if you want that on or off, so that'll actually help some of the distortion around the outside. Angle, this is a big one that we're going to test when we go outside because it has 4 different angles. So you'll see super wide, wide, medium, and narrow. So we're going to test those. Power frequency, so what's you're on, 50 hertz, 60 hertz. I should actually set that to 60 because that's what it is here. Diving mode, if you tap that, should just have an on or off. So if you're going underwater, deep, Wi-Fi, RF, date and time, so this is where you go to set it. Screensaver if you want, auto power off. If you go in here, this is where you can set the time. Quick record, if you turn this on, it's going to automatically start recording once the camera turns on. USB, so if you tap that, do you want it for storage, PC, format card system. System is where you can see your reset if you decide that you don't like anything that you've done. System info, card info, and that's kind of it. We're gonna go outside now and play with this. I'm gonna hook it onto a little GorillaPod and we're gonna see how this thing actually works. Okay, so here's our first test that we're doing with the camera, and it's, as you can see, nice and snowy out here, which should give us a good idea of, for one, how it deals with this kind of lighting. So you get a pretty full light with a lot of white. So does it catch the shadows? Does it catch any kind of detail in this? So we're going to do a little walk. Now, we're shooting at 4K 30 right now. We are going to do a test in 4K with the image stabilizing on and off. So right now it's on, as well as we're going to test with 1080p 60 to see if it's actually a true 60 frames, and then we're going to test all the different fields of view. So it's got 4. So right now we're on super wide. Alright, so here's a quick walk with the electronic image stabilizer on. Okay, so we're also going to just do some walking, and I'll turn the camera around to see how the stabilizer works when we're walking. So this is with the electronic image stabilizer. Lots of snow today. Here we go. Alright, so now we've got the image stabilizer turned off and we're walking back. So you can see if this is way worse or better. So again, I'm going to spin the camera around, and still in 4K 30. Okay, so now we've switched it to 1080p 60, and the key is that we want to see if this is actually true 60. We've turned the image stabilizer back on, and we'll do some walking here again to see if it works better or worse, and do the same. We're going to do the rest of the test with the stabilizer on, so we'll see. Alright. And we'll also just do some nice little slow cinematic pans to see what we can do with the 60 frames. Alright, let's do that right now. Okay, so our last test will be how the different wides are. So this is the super wide, so you guys can see it. And I'm going to actually get a shot down the street so you can see how wide super wide is. Okay, now we're going to switch it to the next one, which is a tad bit narrower. Okay, now this is considered just the wide. So a nice wide shot, I guess. So we'll take a look at down here. Alright, and now we're in the medium, so I'm guessing this is even tighter. So again, we're going to spin around, see what the medium looks like. And last but not least, we have narrow. So this is the narrow field of view. So each one of these shots I haven't moved, I'm standing in the same spot. So I'm going to spin it around last time. And that's going to be narrow. So do you guys notice any difference? Is it actually changing? And I'm kind of in vlog style. I got this on a GorillaPod and walking. And we'll see what it looks like. So I'm going to head back in the house because it's kind of cold out. And we will see you in there. Oh yeah. Chilly. Winter. Yep, winter.
Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed some of that footage, and it's pretty cool. I've just actually had a chance to look at it myself. I have to say the quality coming out of this camera, in my opinion, is actually really good. I can't say enough about it. I'd say the electronic image stabilizer is actually doing far better than I thought it would. So actually really impressed with that. I do think it handled that bright kind of exposure that you get with the snow, and in that kind of scenario, a lot of times you get a lot of blowouts. So I was very happy with it. The 1080p 60 as well is definitely a true 1080p 60 without question. It is able to slow down, and each frame was different. You don't see any kind of hops with it where it's doing things like frame doubling. So that's excellent. I think that's fantastic to see that this camera is actually doing what it says it is supposed to. Different field of views is really good. It's nice to have, especially if you don't need that wide. I was surprised at the sound. To be completely honest with you, surprised with the sound. It did pretty good. Okay, my friends, so that is the AKASO, I'm not even sure, V50 Pro. And I have to say, I'm really happy with the quality of this. The sound, even out of the box, without any kind of external mics, really good. Image stabilizer worked surprisingly better than I thought it would. So that is a win in my book. And the 1080p and 4K look fantastic. So I'm going to put a link down below to where you guys can go if you'd like to get one of these. You know, if you're just looking for a action camera but don't want to be spending that, you know, $400 for an actual GoPro, this comes in around $159 Canadian. You just can't beat it. I think that's a fantastic little camera. Plus you get all the accessories, you get 2 batteries, you get a physical charger. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will talk to you all in the next video. Later. Alright, so before I let you go, 2 things. At the beginning of the video I had said that I was going to test some of the audio through an external cable / mic. Cable's not here yet. Plus, I actually ordered a mic by the company. So I got that off of Amazon, and that's on its way. So I'm going to do a follow-up video when those get here to see if I can get the external mic to work. Plus, since you guys stayed till the end of the video, and if you live in Canada, there's a 10% off discount code in the description, and it's good until December 19th, 2018. So follow the link, go to the Amazon store, and then use the code. Yes. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you there. Follow-up video coming shortly. Talk to you later.